Hi, welcome to day 98 of our 100-day challenge. We are counting down. And today I am going to be telling you how to deal with troubles, with the problems in your life. And the technique that I'm going to be telling you is also the technique which you will be using with regards to your relationships. There are times in your life when you are surrounded by a storm, right? Whatever you do in terms of health, wealth, relationships, career, whatever it is, you realize that you're caught with n number of struggles, n number of problems. And when you're trying to deal with these problems, the more you're trying to deal with these problems, the more you are getting caught in these, right? There seems to be no end because you've barely come out of one problem and you land yourself in another one, in the third one. That is how it goes. You try to divert your mind, but it doesn't happen. If it is a bad relationship, you try to give yourself literally the physical space where you might leave your parents, your home for some time, and you go and stay at your parents place, but you realize that nothing whatsoever, nothing settles. You are, and in the in there comes a time when you think that, all right, let me now sit down and meditate. You sit down to meditate, but your mind is all over the place and you can't even meditate. Things like listening to music, watching TV, watching your favorite show, eating your favorite food, stepping out with friends, these are only temporary arrangements which might give you a bit of peace. But then later on, you realize, hi Radha, you realize that the problem still remains. It's like, you're sitting in fire and you're trying to cool that fire, but that fire is not getting out, right? That's the situation that you land yourself in. And at that point in time, the trouble is only one. From your perspective, if you see, that trouble is that nothing in the outside world is going as per your wishes. In fact, everything in the outside world is going against how you want it to be. That's the trouble. That's the only trouble. So you think that if these things settle on the outside, things will settle down. Now, at that point in time, why it is not getting settled is, in spite of your best efforts, is even if you want things to settle on the outside, it is not happening because you are getting carried away with that storm. Getting carried away means, let me give an example. Suppose you've made a paper boat, right? You go and put that paper boat in a flowing river. What happens? That paper boat goes along with the river. That paper boat goes along the flow, whether the flow is at a great speed, slow, whatever it is, it goes with the flow and it goes along. What you are doing is, when you are in the midst of the troubles, the relationship issues, you have completely drowned yourself in that, and you're getting carried away with that problem, with that storm. So if there is storm, say, in one part of the country, you are getting carried away. So when the storm moves to another part of the country, you also move along. So then it appears that the problems don't end, the storms in your life don't get over at any point in time. So what is it that you need to do? You need to not get carried away. And when the storm is there in your life, and you are completely out of balance, your life is thrown out of balance. In relationships, this does not even appear like a storm. This is more like a tornado, where you become like a tree that has got literally uprooted. That's how that feeling is. So in that case, how do you stay rooted so that even if the tornado comes, you are still there? How do you stay at a level where you don't get carried away? Problems are there, but you're not getting carried away. Now, if that is the case, that problems don't, I mean, don't you're not getting carried away by the problems, then in that case, you got to stay at that place. Stay at one place. How do you do this? What do you do? Number one, know and understand. Logically, I'm saying that storms will come and go. Storms will always pass by as long as you don't carry it away. So, intellectually, know that this too shall pass. Okay. Secondly, instead of getting carried away, what you are going to be doing is become aware, become consciously aware. Know that this is the storm in your life for now. Okay. Become aware. Knowing that there is a storm, that itself is a great step for the storm to pass by easily. Knowing means that you are going to watch it. Let me explain this with an example. In rainy season, you might have noticed that there are times when you're standing on this side of the building or the road, and you see that the at the other side it's raining, but not raining at your side, or maybe it's raining at your side and not on the other side. So you're standing in your balcony, and what do you see? You see, oh wow, it's raining on the other side, right? You're watching. Similarly, you are going to be watching what is happening in your life. This is a storm that is passing by. Watch that storm, stand at a distance. In your mind, you will dissociate yourself, look at that, witness that, become a watchman to that storm, and it will begin to dissolve on its own. Now, very important thing here is when you're watching it from a non-judgment perspective. So if the storm is there, you just look at the storm that, okay, it is there. This problem is there. This trouble is there. No judgment. No judgment about that situation. No judgment about people in that situation. All right. When you do not judge and you watch the storm, you will see that all that emotional turmoil that is going on inside you will begin to settle, and the troubles also will begin to that storm will also begin to dissolve. Okay. So first things first, know intellectually that this is a storm, it will pass by. Second thing, watch it, observe it, become aware that this is a trouble, and detach yourself from it. Just watch. Okay. Third thing, it is beginning to dissolve, but does it mean that it has disappeared? Maybe not. That trouble is still there, but now that you're watching it, your emotions will not be as intense. When you continuously practice this, you will see that you will start to grow bigger than your problems. And no matter what the problem might be, you will continue to grow bigger. So when you grow bigger than your problems and problem looks small, it's that's the time when it becomes easy to solve the problems in your life, the problems in your relationships, in your health, in your wealth, whatever it might be. Relationships could be any relationship. When I say any, means it could be your professional relationships, social relationships, anything. Okay. Last thing, when that residual is left, even if it is a small dot, it is still there. You need to deal with it. Now that you're calm, you're watching it, it will go by. But sometimes action needs to be taken to do something about it. And that being the case, then you will uh, do this third step. And this third step is, imagine that you are the teacher, or you are the guide. Okay. And you imagine that you are the mentor, and now a friend of you, knowing that you are a mentor or a guide, now friend of you has come to you asking for a solution to her problem, and the problem is exactly the one that the kind of a problem that you are going through. Now what are you going to tell your friend in terms of how to deal with it? So this is a bit of a mental exercise that you will do. You are going to be telling your friend what to do. So imagine that there is your friend standing in front of you. What are you telling her? What are you guiding her? What do you want her to do in that particular situation? Say it aloud. You could stand in front of a mirror and imagine that on the mirror is your friend. Say it aloud. Now, whatever you have said to your friend are those solutions which you yourself are going to be implementing. And that is how the problems, the troubles are going to get resolved in your life. All right. So these are the three steps you do. Number one, I'm repeating, intellectually, no, this will pass. Number two, it won't pass if you're getting carried away, right? It will pass only when you, second step, detach yourself, watch it, become witness to it. Your emotions will calm down, turmoil will calm down, you will start to grow bigger. And then, third, see that uh, if you are a guide who's telling a friend what to do, just say it aloud in front of the mirror. Okay, you do this, do not do this. Give all that advice and follow that. You yourself follow that advice. Now, you're going to be following these three steps in any aspect of your life. Start with smaller issues, very small issues. They may not be significant enough, but they are, creating some kind of a trouble in you, and you think that it's been long and you've not been able to manage it. It could be your health, it could be your wealth, whatever it is. Try to solve these using this method, these three techniques, and I will be curious to know what are your results. Please, this is definitely a request from my side that if you want to experience that change in 100 days, and today we are on day counting down, we are in day 98. Please make notes, follow each one of these. Now, if assignment is there in day one, it is not to say that you do it on day one and you get over with it. Day two, you do whatever that assignment is in day two and you get over with it. No, I am telling you, but then you got to keep practicing so that your body actually gets into the habit of doing it every day. Therefore, you will experience the change. Just by listening alone is not how you're going to be experiencing the change. You got to train your body, you got to train your mind. Continuous practice, repetition is going to help. And I'm here with you all the time. I mean, I'm coming every time at 3:30. Connect with me even in the comment box, and whatever your questions are, put up those questions, and you will have those questions once you are doing these kind of activities that I'm telling you. All right, so please do this, and feel free to ask your questions in the comment box itself. I know it is tough. I still want you to do it. I want you to break your inner walls, become, brave, and get out of those walls and take that action. Therefore, the request that be here on live and be ready to take that action. Shake yourself from inside and create the relationship you want, create the life that you want. It's not just about listening, it's about taking action. And I'm here to support you, to handhold you. Right? So that's all for today's video. I'll see you tomorrow at 3:30. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions. Giving you the permission to write personally as well. Ideally, I would want you to write in the comment box. What have been your experiences until now? Please write in the comment box, and I'm going to be connecting with you tomorrow once again at 3:30. You take care. Thank you, and bye.